in any class in shooting the ball, 55.3%. They've won 10 straight Northeast Iowa Conference games over the past 2 years, and they're one of 9 undefeated teams in the state. And they've beaten Decorah 6 straight times. Also, Decorah has won 3 straight Northeast Iowa Conference games for the first time since the first 3 conference games of last year. And Decorah has held New Hampton to their lowest point total of the season, which was 59 earlier this month over at New Hampton. So that's the facts and figures and the numbers and everything like that. We're ready to tip this thing off, Larry.
You're right, Darren, and I was alluding to the fact that in order for Decorah to be successful tonight, Darren, they've got to control the pace. It's going to be a tough task, but they've got to do it. And you know what? I watched Northwestern beat Wisconsin the other night, and Wisconsin was ice cold from three-point land, and all of a sudden the game became a game for both teams, and that could happen here tonight too. You never know. So Decorah has to come out and do the things that they're capable of doing. Play good fundamental basketball, Darren. I'm looking forward to a good ball game.
And when you're facing a team that's highly ranked, that's undefeated at the end of January, how do you balance it between the challenge of facing a good opponent at the same time not bowing down to that opponent?
Well, that's a tall task. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got to go in there with the attitude and the composure to take care of business and not panic and not try to do something that you're not. That's the key.
Tap will be between Ryan Kriener and Holt Johansson. Kevin Wiedemeyer has the basketball. He blows his whistle. He tosses the ball up in the air, and the Chickasaws will have it. And they shoot to our right here in the first half. Kyle Smith in the right corner to Tanner Rentschler. Rentschler back on the right side to McDonald. Top of the key to Schweitzer. Schweitzer over on the right side to Kyle Smith, or to Tanner Rentschler, rather. Rentschler guarded by Hartman in the man-to-man. Deep on the right side to Schweitzer. Lob pass underneath to Kriener, and he'll put it up for 2.
Yeah, I have a hunch we're going to see that more than once tonight, Darren.
2-0 New Hampton, 7:33 to play first quarter. Scoring on the right wing to Bryce Pierce. New Hampton playing a man-to-man. Pierce dribbles to the free throw line, now stops, kicks it back between the circles to Johansson. Leaves it on the right side to Bryce Pierce. Pierce, right baseline to Kyle Kane. Kane takes the dribble, leaves it deep on the right side to Schuring. Schuring between the circles to Johansson. Johansson steps up to a 17-footer and buries it.
Nice shot, nice patience, Darren. And you can see that New Hampton wants to put us into a man-to-man so that they can pace it up a little bit.
2-2 the score, 1 minute into the game. McDonald driving right baseline, deep on the left side to Anthony Schweitzer. Schweitzer right side to Kyle Smith. The three-pointer is no good. Tap rebound out to Bryce Pierce for Decorah. Pierce on the left side to Kyle Kane. Back between the circles to Bryce Pierce. 6:40 left first quarter. We're tied at 2. To Schuring, left corner to Kane. Kane takes a couple of dribbles, goes top of the key to Johansson. On the right side of Bryce Pierce. Bryce Pierce holds and looks. Top of the key to Schuring. Schuring spinning in the lane. Now stops. Goes top of the key once again to Kane. Kane on the drive of the lane. Now stops. Bounce pass left corner. Drake Schuring. A three-pointer is up and good. Another nice patient offensive set there, Larry.
You bet. And again, a nice look there in that three-point shot, Darren. Let's go home. We're ahead.
5-2 Decorah. Minute 50 into the game. Don't think the rules will allow that, Larry. Schweitzer around the screen, driving all the way to the rack. Put up the shot. No good. Kriener there for the board, and he'll put it up and in.
Look what I found on that one.
Kriener now with all 4 for New Hampton. We're 2 minutes in on a Decorah lead of 5-4.
Ooh.
Here is Pierce tried to get it underneath towards Johansson, and that fastball was a little too high and outside, and it's a turnover on Decorah.
That was a high riser, I'll tell you.
Into the right corner goes Rentschler. Rentschler driving baseline, try to get it to Kriener. Ball deflected away by Hartman and taken away by Drake Schuring for Decorah. Schuring brings it to the front court to our left. On the right wing to Bryce Pierce. Top of the key to Johansson. Steps up to a free throw line. Jay and buries it.
Well, he's presenting a matchup problem. He gets up in the air and shoots a good jump shot.
7-4 Decorah. 2.5 minutes in. Deep on the right side with it is Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Smith. Top of the key. Left corner Cole McDonald. Back to Smith. Between the circles. Smith on the right side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer checked by Kane in the zone defense now. Kicks it left side. Kyle Smith. Three-pointer no good. Rebound put up and in by Cole McDonald.
Yeah, that putback is going to kill us here. That's 2 in a row now.
7-6 the score. Decorah on top. We're 2:55 in. Pierce deep on the right side, dumps it to Hartman at the right block. Hartman turns and faces, puts it on the deck, tries to pass it out to Kane. The ball knocked away by Kyle Smith and taken away by Kyle Smith. Smith leaves it to Kriener down the lane, had it knocked away by Kane, and a foul is called. Kane will pick up the game's first foul. 4:52 to play first quarter, a 7-6 lead for Decorah. But so far, Decorah doing what they need to do to hang with the quality team.
Absolutely. They're setting up a bit of a pace for the game right now. They're making New Hampton play some defense. It keeps them off the offense. A good defense in this game is as good as a good offense.
Kane and Hartman out, and Lang and Leafs in for Decorah. 4:48 to play in the quarter, 7-6. New Hampton ball shooting to our left. Within the left corner, Anthony Schweitzer. Schweitzer driving baseline, goes to Abakita Smith, right side of McDonald. McDonald back to Abakita Smith, checked by Pierce in the zone. To McDonald along the baseline to Rentschler. Back to McDonald, right of the key. Jump pass over to Schweitzer, left side. Schweitzer at the free throw line, right corner to Smith. The three-pointer is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Decorah. Johansson got it to Pierce. Pierce in transition, driving down the lane, put up the shot, no good, and McDonald got a piece of the hand. Cole McDonald picks up his first, team's first, 4:20 mark, first quarter, 7-6. Decorah leads it, and Bryce Pierce will shoot a couple. He's a 73% free throw shooter.
Something that's really been good so far, Darren, is that they've missed their first three-point attempts, I believe all by the same individual.
They're shooting 40% from that distance coming in as Bryce's first free throw up and good to make it an 8-6 lead for Decorah. This one goes. Colin Nimrod will give Bryce a breather.
Yeah, and again, we had a turnover there a minute ago by Hartman. He's got to turn around and take a look at that shot. That's a 10-footer.
Second one for Bryce. It's off the back iron. The rebound taken by Lang, and he'll put it up for two.
Where did he come from? A masked man. We saw him coming out of the woodwork the other night down at O-line.
Lang with his first two, 10-6 Decorah. 4:10 to play first quarter. Smith along the right baseline to Rentschler. Back to Smith. Skips it over left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer penetrates in the lane. Puts up a runner from 5 and buries it. Schweitzer with his first two, 10-8 Decorah. Halfway point first quarter. Schuring dribbling up into the front court to our left. Schuring. Left side to Leafs. Leafs back between the circles to Johansson. Johansson steps up to a 17-footer. That one short. It goes out of bounds. Actually, Kyle Smith saves it inbounds to Schweitzer for New Hampton. Right baseline to McDonald. Three-pointer up off the back iron. Rebound tapped around. Loose ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be New Hampton basketball.
Well, so far, New Hampton has made 4 of 4 from two-point range, and they've missed 4 three-pointers.
3:31 to play first quarter, 10-8 Decorah. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren and Larry with you from Decorah High School tonight. The undefeated New Hampton Chickasaws taking on the 7-6 Decorah Vikings. With it on the right side, Tucker Tengi's pass deflected, taken away by James Lang. Outlet right to Drake Schuring. He'll leave it between the circles to Leafs. Top of the key to Colin Nimrod. Nimrod on the drive, left the lane, takes it to the rack, lays it up no good, but a foul on the drive. He beat Tanguy on the initial step, and Tanguy pushed him. First foul on Tanguy, second on the squad.
Good left-handed take there, Darren, to beat that young man.
3:15 to play first quarter, 10-8 Decorah. Nimrod looking to get in bounce. Does so to Leaf. Nice basket gun. Lays it up for two.
I like that out-of-bounds play.
Leafs with his first two. 12-8 the score. Along the right baseline, Rentschler. Rentschler has it taken away by Lang, and a timeout asked for by John Carlson. The big guy getting on the floor, Coach B.
Hey, I tell you what, Decorah's big is playing big. I like to see that.
3:05 to play quarter number one. A 12-8 lead for Decorah. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Decorah.
This is unbelievable. Well, we saw shades of this the other night, Darren.
Well, that's the deal here. We didn't see Decorah for a 6-week time period, and the growth and maturity of James Lang, at least in the 5 quarters that we've gotten to see since we've gotten back to covering Decorah basketball, has been pretty impressive.
It's been more than impressive. I tell you, I don't know what they fed him, some fertilizer of some sort, but he's grown. He's grown into a big.
Decorah will inbound from the far end. It's Kane, Nimrod, Leafs. Lang and Schuring on the floor for Decorah.
Motion, here we go, motion.
Up into the front court comes Nimrod. Nimrod on the right side to Leafs. Leafs, top of the key to Schuring around a screen. Three-pointer up. Got it! Drake Skring with his second trifecta. It's 15-8 Decorah. 2:48 to play first quarter. Deep on the right side, Tolliver. Tolliver right baseline, and a three is up and good by Tucker Tangy. Tangy gets the first bench points for New Hampton. It's 15-11 Decorah. 36 to play first quarter. Leaps right baseline to Lang, 17-footer. It's around the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Schweitzer for New Hampton. He'll bring it to the front court to our right. Bounce pass along the right baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler leaves it to Smith along the right baseline. Left corner to Tangy. A three is up. It's long. Rebound down on the weak side to Smith. Smith dumps it to Tangy. Lays it up for two. Tangy with 5. Nice feed from Smith after the putback. It's 15-13 Decorah. 2:10 to play first quarter. Nimrod along the left baseline to Skuring. Skuring holds and looks against Rentschler. Dumps it underneath to Lang. Lang backs it into lane. Turnaround shot from 5. Up and good. Lang with 4. 17-13 Decorah. 1:55 to play first quarter. Tangy right in front of us on the right wing. Top of the key to Smith. Smith strong. Take to the hole. Put it up off the glass and in. And a foul is called. Strong take to the hole by Kyle Smith, the leading scorer for New Hampton, and he'll have an opportunity at the three-point play as Skuring picks up his first team seconds.
He didn't want to have to shoot that three this time, did he, Darren? He wanted to take it home, and he did.
Smith with his first bucket of the night. Had 25 and 5 against Crestwood last night. Had 14 and 4 against Decorah the first go-around, and Kyle Smith is a 92% free throw shooter.
I'll tell you what, right now, New Hampton is 6 for 6 from two-point land.
Smith's first and only up and good. 17-16 Decorah. 105 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Deep on the right side with it is Nimrod. Nimrod's pass deflected towards Lang. Loose ball, and I think they're going to get Lang in the battle for the loose ball. They will. Lang will pick up his first, team's third, Larry.
That's too bad, Darren, because it was just a poor pass. We don't need turnovers here.
Schweitzer passes across the timeline to Smith. Decorah in the 1-3-1. They skip it over to Schweitzer left side, left baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler's pass to Smith. Touch pass in the right corner to Tangy. A three-pointer up and good.
Tangy's killing us, man. That's 8 points
on the night, and it's a 8-0 run for New Hampton. It's 19-17 New Hampton. 1:15 to play first quarter. Pierce on the right wing, looking for a pass, so leave it to Nimrod. Nimrod between the circles against the New Hampton man-to-man. Left side to Holt Johansson. Left baseline to Jacob Leaps. Leaps on the left wing to Pierce. Pierce checked by Schweitzer. Leaves it at the free throw line to Johansson. Circles it back to Pierce between the circles. Pierce takes it all the way to the rack. Puts it up off the glass. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Tolliver for New Hampton. Now to Tangy. Tangy along the left baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler right side of Schweitzer. Schweitzer kicks it left baseline to Rentschler. A jumper up, no good. He got the board. He put it up and in.
Putbacks are just killing us here, Darren.
Rentschler with his first two, 21-17. New Hampton leading by 4, 25 seconds to play quarter number 1. On the left side with it is Holt Johansson around the screen to the top of the key. Deep on the right side to Pierce near the timeline. Between the circles to Nimrod. Nimrod calling a set play with the left hand, switching hands on the dribble with 8 seconds left in the quarter. Nimrod leads it to Pierce with 6 seconds around a Lang screen. Tried to pass it back to Lang on the screen roll. It's taken away by Tolliver. Kicks it to Schweitzer along the left baseline. Jumper up, no good. Horn sounds, quarter over. It's 21-17 Decorah after 1. Let's take a break for Dr. Kelly Reagan, Chiropractic. Welcome back to Decorah, everybody. New Hampton leads it after 1 quarter of play by a 21-17 margin. You'd have to say probably the pace of the game more towards Decorah's liking right now. The first shot defense has been okay for Decorah, but the putback situations, that's what's giving the Vikings a headache right now, and credit New Hampton for crashing the offensive boards.
Yeah, we're not putting a body on somebody, but part of the problem there is, Darren, we're extending out to try to cut off the three-point shot, and in doing so, it's putting us in kind of that no man's land between the player and the basket.
Decorah ball to start the second quarter. They shoot to our left around a double pick. Skuring has it around into the lane, puts it up around the rim and good. Drake with 8 thus far, and it's 21-19 New Hampton. Deep on the right side with it, Tucker Tangy. Tangy back between the circles to Jared Nicolaisen. Underneath at the left block to Kriener. Kriener back to Nicolaisen, and he traveled with it. Good closeout by Drake Skuring to force the turnover.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that, and he kind of threw him off a bit.
30 seconds into quarter number 2. It's 21-19 Decorah, trailing New Hampton. Schuring dribbles up to the front court. Schuring on the left side to Kane, left corner to Pierce. Pierce holds and looks in the left corner, left to the key to Johansson, still in the perimeter, left corner to Pierce, and a foul is called on Kriener, holding Hartman in the battle for position down low. Kriener his first, team's third.
Yeah, and that's a good job of Hartman making sure that the guy had to play strong defense against him.
And the pass into the corner is bobbled by Johansson. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on Decorah. That'll be number 5 thus far.
And that's a third one on Pierce. He's got to get a little bit better, a little bit more careful with the ball.
Nicolaisen into the front court with the pass on the right wing to Tucker Tengi. Dribbles to the top of the key. Leaves it deep on the left side to Kyle Smith. Back to Tengi right of the key. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound down to Smith. Goes up and puts it up and in.
There's that rebound again, Darren.
5 points for Kyle Smith. 23-19 New Hampton.
That's where they're getting their points.
6:52 to play here in the second quarter. Kyle Kane's out of the key to Bryce Pierce. Left side, Drake Schuring. He'll take a three-pointer left side and bury it. Drake with 11 thus far.
He's in the zone right now. Get him the ball.
6:40 to play second quarter. 23-22. New Hampton up 1 with the ball shooting to our right. Smith to Nicolaisen right side. Right corner to Tengi. Skips it over to Smith. Left baseline to McDonald. McDonald driving baseline. Dumps it to Kriener on a screen roll. Goes up, shot block. And a foul is called. 2 shots coming for Kriener as the foul will go against Chris Hartman. Hartman will pick up personal number 1, team foul number 4. And a couple coming for Ryan Kriener here. Kriener at the line is a 65% free throw shooter. This kid only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a big one.
6:25 to play second quarter, Larry.
I played basketball against his dad, so I know his dad was a heck of a ball player.
First free throw up and good. 24-22. Good ball game to this point.
Very good ball game, Darren. And Decorah has to be very careful. They're really on thin ice. It's hard to believe with the cold weather we've been having that there's thin ice, but there is thin ice in this gym.
Second one coming. A 24-22 lead for New Hampton. They led 21-17 at the end of the first quarter. Second free throw up for Kriener, up and good. He's got 6.
He's going to be a problem for a couple more years, Darren.
25-22 the score. Schuring on the right wing to Hartman. Left to the key to Drake Schuring. Kicks it along the left baseline to Johansson. Shot fake, a dribble, goes back between the circles to Schuring. Schuring around a Lang screen right side. Schuring leaves it at the free throw line to Lang. Lang holds and looks. Kicks it back to Johansson. Johansson deep on the left wing. Takes it all the way to the rack. Put it up. No good, but a foul is called.
Yeah, that's a real tough matchup for right now for New Hampton. And remember, Johansson did not play the first time we played New Hampton.
He did, actually. It was after the new year.
That was the first game back for him, right?
Exactly.
So basically, you got to believe he's in better shape than he was.
Yeah. But your point is well taken. But Joe Holt has 4 points on the night. He's a 65% free throw shooter, and he hits the first free throw. 25-23 the score.
I still think if they're going to stay in that man-to-man, we got to take the ball at them. We got to make them play defense.
25-23 New Hampton. 5:58 to play second quarter. Holt will have another looking for point number 6 on the night. It's in the air and through the hoop. Holt with 6. 25-24 New Hampton. 2 minutes into quarter number 2. Deep on the right side, right in front of us, Schweitzer to Nicolaisen. Left corner to Marshall Sinwell, who checked in at the last dead ball. Sinwell back between the circles to Nicolaisen. Right side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer right baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler between defenders, put it up, down, good, and Rentschler hammers Chris Hartman to the floor in the battle for the loose ball. Grabs Chris, helps him up. They both give each other a pat on the posterior. Just a couple of kids playing hard. Rentschler with the foul, his first, and the team's 5th.
That's a first putback they didn't get, Darren.
Not that they didn't try. Wow. 25-24 New Hampton, 2.5 into quarter number 2. Johansson on the left wing. Johansson kicks it to Lang along the left baseline, guarded by Kriener. Lang turns and faces. Left of the key, back between the circles to Leaps. Leaps on the right side to Johansson. Johansson steps up to an 18-footer. Left it off the rim right. Rebound pulled down by Nicolaisen for New Hampton. Outlet right to Schweitzer. Back to Nicolaisen between the circles. On the right wing to Schweitzer. Schweitzer right baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler retreats Goes high on the right to Nicolaisen. Back to Rentschler. 15-footer along the baseline. No good. Rebound. Shot up. No good by Kriener. Rebound pulled down by Leaps for Decorah. Now to Schuring. Schuring up the left side of the floor. Leaves it on the left wing to Johansson. Leaves it now to Lang at the left block. Lang turns and faces against Kriener. Tries to fade away, but Kriener blocked his shot and pulled the rebound down. Now to Schweitzer. Schweitzer up into the front court. Left corner to Sinwell. Three-pointer up. Got it. Sinwell with the three-pointer. His first bucket. 28-24 New Hampton. 4.5 to play second quarter.
Yeah, too bad there. Lang's faded away. He's got to go straight at him.
Johansson top of the key to Lang on the left side to Schuring. Schuring left baseline to Hartman. Hartman on the left wing to Johansson. Johansson crossover dribble, takes a 15-footer and buries it. 8 points for Holt Johansson. It's 28-26 New Hampton. 4:08 to play second quarter. Rentschler between the circles on the left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer takes the dribble, goes left corner to Sinwell, back to Schweitzer on the drive of the lane, dumps it right block to Rentschler. Rentschler had the shot blocked. Johansson tried to save it. It went right to Kriener, and Kriener went up and got fouled, and Holt kind of hit himself after that one for saving the ball under the opponent's basket.
If you got somebody you're going to, yeah, but boy, you don't just flop it in like that.
Lang picks up his second foul, and the team's fifth. Kriener has 6 points. He's 2 for 2 from the line, and he's a 65% free throw shooter, and the first one is up and good.
Boy, he looks like he's better than 65% free throw shooter right now.
.352 to play second quarter. A 3-point lead for New Hampton, but the Vikes definitely hanging around.
Well, that's too bad that Holt tried to save the ball under their basket.
Second free throw up and good. 8 points for Kriener on the night. 30-25. Tolliver back in for New Hampton to join Smith, Rentschler, Sinwell, and Schweitzer on the floor. It's Pierce, Hartman, Leaps, Nimrod, and Kane on the floor for Decorah. On the left wing with it is Leaps. Left of the key to Nimrod. Nimrod driving left baseline. Leaves it in the left corner to Leaps. Leaps around a screen. Back between the circles to Pierce. Pierce spearing over to the right side. Pierce on the dribble to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper from there, and he got it. Pierce's first bucket. He's got 3. It's 30-28 New Hampton.
Nice shot there. Nice job.
3:22 to play second quarter. Smith on the right side, skips it over to Schweitzer, left wing, back right of the key to Smith, right baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler guarded by Leaps in the zone, back between the circles to Smith, left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer guarded by Nimrod, top of the key to Smith, three-pointer up short, rebound pulled down by Pierce. Pierce will jog it up into the front court. His deflected pass goes to Nimrod along the right far sideline. Nimrod on the dribble in the lane, now stops, tried to get it to Leaps, and it's taken away by Kyle Smith. Smith drives in, lays it up, no good. Smith got the rebound, put it up, no good. Third chance, Smith up and good.
Unbelievable.
3 Decorah Vikings were right there, but Smith padded the rebound stats and got the second chance, or make it the third chance put back. 32-28. New Hampton up 4, 2.5 to play first quarter. Right of the key with it is Hartman. Hartman attacks Tolliver going to the rim, and a foul is called as Tolliver picks up his first in the team's 6th. With what Decorah is doing offensively, you'd have to say the patience has been good. But patience with a touch more aggressiveness, do you think that would be a little better? Because right now, patience is one thing, but Decorah is really not making New Hampton work a lot defensively. You agree?
No, we're just kind of passing the ball around. And every time we try to drive into the lane, we're getting a foul or something on it.
Pierce on the drive in the lane, now stops, takes a 5-footer, it's up around the rim, no good. Tolliver taps the rebound to Hartman, and he puts it up for 2. Chris with his first 2, 32-30 New Hampton. 2:05 to play second quarter. On the left side with it, Kyle Smith skips it over on the right side to Anthony Schweitzer. Schweitzer, lob pass over to Smith on the left wing. Left baseline to Rentschler. Or to Tengi, I should say, to Smith. That's free throw line to Tolliver. Stops, kicks it back to Smith. Left corner to Tengi. A 3 is up. It's no good. Rebound down to Pierce. Got the good weak side position, and it had a nice box out. Pierce up the near or far sideline, and he pass to Schuring is knocked out of bounds. And Decorah will keep it at the far sideline as Johansson will come back in and to get Kyle Kane to join Pierce, Nimrod, Schuring, and Hartman on the floor. 101 seconds to play here in the second quarter, and key point in the game right now here, Larry.
Yeah, we need to finish strong here, Darren.
Hey, four clear holes! Four clear holes!
Here is Nimrod, left side to Johansson. Johansson on the drive in the lane, pull-up jumper from 12. It dances around the rim and goes. 10 for Holt Johansson. We're tied at 32. 1:25 to play second quarter. Smith on the right side against Skuring. Smith backs it out midcourt area on the left side of Schweitzer. Schweitzer on the drive in the lane, drives all the way in, puts it up off the glass for 2.
Wow, too easy, Darren.
Schweitzer with his first 2. 34-32.
You got a fan, too.
Vikes up or trail by 2 with 1:05 to play second quarter. Pierce around the screen, takes a three-pointer, no good, but he took about 6 steps prior to that. 1:02 to play second quarter. 34-32 New Hampton. Vikes led early. New Hampton has led most of the quarter, but definitely hasn't led by much. Jump pass from Rentschler, Tabaki to Tengi. Tengi driving right lane, leaves it to Rentschler on the drive of the lane. Goes Tabaki to Tolliver. Tolliver on the left side of Schweitzer with 48 seconds. Schweitzer around the screen of the free throw line. Left side of Smith. Dumps underneath the Tolliver left block. Put up the shot strong on Johansson and scores. Tolliver with his first 2. 36-32 New Hampton. 35 seconds to play in the quarter.
Double blue!
Nimrod with the basketball. Around to Hartman, screen, drives all the way down, lost control of the ball, taken away by Tolliver, and he's fouled on the way out by Chris Hartman.
Yeah, that was a good take by Nimrod, and I don't know if he was trying to pass it or if he got knocked out of his hand. I couldn't tell.
Hartman picks up his second foul, the team's 6th. Hartman out, Kane in for the final 25.2 of the half.
This is not exactly the way we wanted to finish strong here, Darren. Give them a chance for the last shot here.
Schweitzer will dribble left to right offensively and up into the front court. Schweitzer directing traffic. Leaves it now to Smith between the circles with 13 seconds now to Tengi standing near the center circle. Deep on the left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Smith. Smith will take a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound knocked around. Loose ball taken by Johansson along with at the horn is short. Well, entertaining first half basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Each team scored 15 points in the second quarter. New Hampton led 21-17 at the end of one quarter of play, and they'll lead it by 4 as we head to the halftime break. Let's take a timeout for Warner Sheik Mutual Insurance, Hacker Nelson CPAs and Business Consultants, Jason Solon, your Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, Darren and Larry back here in Decorah. New Hampton leading Decorah 36-32 here at the halftime break. Girls and New Hampton tied at 10 at the end of the first quarter. Coming up tomorrow here in this gymnasium, the 68th annual Northeast Iowa Conference Wrestling Tournament. We'll have updates on FM 100.5 beginning at 11 o'clock. We'll have them top of the hour throughout the day on FM 100.5, keeping you track of all the action in the Northeast Iowa Conference Tournament. Larry and myself will be back in action on Tuesday night. We'll make another road trip. Get the popcorn ready there, Coach Pete.
Yep.
It'll be Decorah at Cresco in boys basketball. That's never
another
a boring.
Good one. Always a good rivalry there.
Never a boring game, and we'll have that for you at 7:30. And a week from tonight, you got 2 games in you?
Okay, we'll try.
Boy-girl doubleheader.
Hey, whiz. I'll have to rest up.
Against Waverly Showrock, and that will be a 6 o'clock start for that one. So, New Hampton ball to start the second half. We'll start with Kriener, Smith, Schweitzer, McDonald, and Rentschler. They're starting 5. Decorah will start with Lang instead of Kane, but the rest of the 4 are the same with Skuring and Hartman and Pierce as well as Johansson. Here's Smith in the lane, fades away from 8, hit it off the back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Johansson for Decorah. Jump pass ahead to Pierce on the right wing. Pierce takes a couple of dribbles, goes back between the circles to Skuring on the left side to Johansson. Johansson on the left wing, screen roll pass back to Lang, left block. He'll power it up, no good, but a travel is going to be called.
Well, give him credit. He's trying to be offensive, trying to be a force in there, and he's just a little bit rough on the edge right now.
Turnover number 9 on Decorah. Up into the front court comes New Hampton. Drive it all the way down as Rentschler put up the shot. No good. On the layup, the rebound to Chris Hartman for Decorah. Now to Skuring, left side to Bryce Pierce. Pierce on the left wing, top of the key to Hartman. Hartman right side to Drake Skuring. Scoring on the right wing, holds and looks. He'll drive the baseline. He'll spin to the baseline. He'll put up the shot. No good. And a loose ball. Scoring tries to save it. He does so out to Hartman. Pierce on the right wing. Pierce dribbles to the free throw line. A hand pass to Scoring. He bobbled it. He got it back. Leaves it left of the key to Pierce. Pierce on the left side to Johansson. Johansson takes the dribble, goes top of the key to Scoring. Right side to Johansson. Johansson holds and looks. Or Pierce holds and looks. Now to Lang. Dumps it to Hartman. Left block. Put it up high off the glass for two.
Kind of a high-low, but they were both low. It worked.
Hartman with 4:36-34 New Hampton. 6:33 to play here in the third. Up to the front court comes Schweitzer. Screen roll pass back to Kriener. Put it up off the glass, and he got it to go. Kriener now with 10. 38-34 New Hampton leading by 4. 6:20 to play here in the third. Pierce on the right wing, leaves it to Johansson right of the lane, fades away from 8, goes off the glass, misses the shot. Lang got the board, put it up and in. Lang with 6, 38-36 New Hampton. 6:05 to play here in the third quarter. Up to the front court comes Schweitzer. Schweitzer with it left of the key. He'll drive to the left block, cut off there by Lang. Kicks it on the left wing to McDonald. McDonald driving in the lane, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Lang. Scoring actually picked up the foul. That's his second and the team's first. Schweitzer, baseline left into Smith, left side, 10-footer up and good. Kyle Smith with 9. It's 40-36. A 4-point lead for New Hampton, 5:47 to play here in the third. Hartman left of the key to Pierce in the front court to our right. Top of the key with it is Scoring. Scoring veers over to the right side. Scoring will take a three-pointer. It's off the back iron. Rebound being fought for, and Lang is going to get called for the loose ball foul. Lang will pick up his third foul and the team's second. 5:33 to play here in the third. 40-36 New Hampton. Lang out and Kyle Kane back in.
I don't mind that foul because it was an aggressive foul, Darren. So far, New Hampton has not had a second chance putback situation here. That's good. Unfortunately, they've made a couple of their shots.
Well, that probably has a lot to do with it, too. Pierce out and Nimrod in for Decorah. Schweitzer around a screen right side, head and shoulder fake to the baseline, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Holt Johansson. Johansson picks up personal number 1, team foul number 3. 40-36 New Hampton, 5:22 to play here in the third. Schweitzer will play it baseline right in the front court to our left. Kicks it back between the circles to Rentschler. Deep on the right side to Cole McDonald. Top of the key to Smith. Left side to Schweitzer. Shot fake against Kane in the 1-3-1. He'll drive it to the lane. He'll kick it along the baseline. And a foul is going to be called on Hope Johansson. Not a lot of contact being allowed here in the second half.
Well, it seems like it's only being allowed on one team.
Johansson picks up his second foul on the team's fourth. And I know by the rules and how you're told the referee that's a foul, but and it happens at every level, but that's one of those situations where the offensive guy is making the contact.
Yeah.
But that's how they're telling him to ref it. So.
Yeah. He's entitled to the area above his head.
Free throw no good. Second free throw no good. Rebound down to Johansson for Decorah. Top of the key to Colin Nimrod on the left side of Scoring. Left corner to Kyle Kane. Kane takes a dribble back between the circles to Nimrod. Nimrod crossover dribble into the lane. Attacks. Puts it up off the glass. No good. And a foul on the drive. And the foul will go against Rentschler. Rentschler will pick up the foul. His second. Team's first on New Hampton here in the second half. But really, that's the first time Decorah has really been aggressive, taking it to the hole as well.
That's right, Darren. That's part of it.
Scoring right corner to Hartman. Right of the key to Johansson. Back to Scoring in the right corner. He'll drive along the baseline. He'll get his man in the air. Try to dump it underneath. The ball deflected. It's loose on the side. It's last touch by New Hampton. Decorah will play it far sideline.
We were lucky there, Darren. Good hustle by Kane to keep that ball alive.
4:45 to play in the third. New Hampton 40, Decorah 36. Inbounds it comes to Hartman. Lobs it to Johansson. Left block. Puts it up for 2. Pretty execution of the side out of bounds. Johansson with 12. New Hampton leads by 2, 40-38 with 4:37 to play in the third. Smith open, free throw line, jump shot left side, no good. Kriener the rebound, and a foul is going to be called.
Yep, had his hand on his back. That was a good call.
Greener will pick up his second personal foul and the team's second as well. 4:33 to play here in the third. Vice with another opportunity to tie it. 40-38. They have not led since 17-15, but this thing's been close throughout. Good basketball here in Decorah tonight with 4:30 to play here in the third quarter. Nimrod to the front court to our right to Pierce on the left wing. Underneath at the left block to Hartman. He'll turn and face. He'll stop. He'll take it from 5. He'll score. Decorah and New Hampton tied at 40 with 4:15 to play here in the third. Smith up into the front court. Right corner to Tangy. Now to Smith. Skips it over to Schweitzer left side. Schweitzer dumps it underneath the Tangy. Goes up and he got him. Kyle Kane doing a good job of preventing the layup. Kane picks up his second, team's fifth. Baseline cutter on the backside of that zone. Tangy found himself open and got a great feed to get this opportunity.
Well, I'll tell you, Tangy's been a thorn in our side out here, Darren. He's been really Johnny on the spot more than once for him.
9 points off the bench now as he cans the first free throw to give New Hampton a 41-40 lead with 4:06 to play here in the third. Second free throw, front rim, side rim, and no rebound down to Kane for Decorah. Now to Leaps. He'll leave it to Nimrod. He'll dribble up into the front court. On the right side, Pierce. Top of the key to Leaps. Leaps holds and looks. Leaps still holding and looking against Smith. He'll dribble to the right wing. He'll retreat to the midcourt area. He'll dump it on the right wing to Pierce right in front of us. Pierce driving to the right baseline. Now stops. Dumps it to Hartman, right block. Hartman turns and faces. Hartman goes into lane and a foul is going to be called on Tolliver. Nice to see Chris Hartman with a little bit more of an aggressive mindset offensively, too, there.
Yes, it is. Very nice. And again, keep doing that. Take it at him a little bit.
Second foul on Tolliver, third on the team. Here is Pierce underneath the Hartman. He'll lay it up and in, and a foul is going to be called.
I tell you what, I've seen 3 out-of-bounds plays tonight that Decorah has run that are designed to score, and I'm impressed by them. I'm going to have to figure out what they are.
Third foul on Tolliver, and the fourth on the team. Hartman with the opportunity at the hat trick. Chris has 8 points, 6 of them coming here in the second half.
Yeah, that's a big plus for Decorah, Darren. That's another big coming of age here.
Hartman will put the first and only up. It's off the back iron. The rebound pulled down by Tanner Rentschler for New Hampton. Decorah leading for the first time since 17-15. There's 3:26 to play in the third. Driving the baseline of Schweitzer. He'll dump it to Rentschler, and he got fouled by Hartman. Thing of it is, Coach Schweitzer was asking for a timeout there, but he's probably happy he didn't get it, but he will get said timeout, as going to the free throw line will be Rentschler. Hartman picks up his third and the team's 6th, so full timeout is asked for, or no, it's going to be a 30, so we'll keep it here. 3:22 to play in the third quarter of an entertaining basketball game.
Well, Darren, I think what's happened here, we've had so many snow out, weather outs, whatever you want to call them outs, that I believe Decorah's had an opportunity to fine-tune a few things, one of which is the out-of-bounds plays. And I tell you what, folks, I can't describe them to you because I've not ever seen them before. They're really impressive. They're getting guys open for layups.
And the thing of it is, it's after the second or third pass of the out-of-bounds play, especially a side out-of-bounds, you're not going to get a bucket right away most of the time off of that. You have to set something up and kind of sneak a guy in on the backside to get the bucket. But the execution of them have been very tremendous.
Well, they've caught New Hampton by surprise. I guarantee that.
Rentschler will get 2. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He is 46% on the season. First one front rim back iron and good. We're tied at 42. 3:22 to play here in the third quarter. Having fun yet, Coach B?
Yeah, absolutely, Darren. And you know what? I'm not a betting man, but if we'd have put money on that Decorah would be tied in the third quarter, I don't know if many people would have
Second free throw, no good. Rebound down to Pierce. Now to Nimrod. Nimrod in the midcourt area as New Hampton starts to extend the man-for-man a little bit. Nimrod lost it, got it back. Leaves it to Pierce, midcourt area, and a timeout is asked for by Coach Carlson. It'll be a 30-second timeout. There's 3:05 left here in the third quarter. It is 42-42 to Decorah, and the undefeated New Hampton Chickasaws in an entertaining ball game here tonight in Decorah. And we talked about it right before tip-off, Larry. We asked if how do you respect the challenge of facing an undefeated team, because when you're undefeated on January 31st, you're good. That's the bottom line. but not bowing down to the opponent. And definitely the Vikes aren't playing scared at all tonight.
No, and they had a good ball game against them the first time. They had some confidence coming in. And the thing that really impresses here tonight is that Decorah has really stayed within themselves.
Yep.
They've taken what that New Hampton has given them.
Inbounds it comes to Pierce in the backcourt, who dribbles across the timeline, leaves it deep on the right side in front of us to Johansson. Johansson leaves it left side to Pierce. Top of the key to Johansson. Johansson on the drive of the lane, kicks it right baseline to Leaps. An 8-footer is up and good. Probably about a 12 to 15-footer, but you'll take it nonetheless. It's 4 for Leaps.
Somewhere between 8 and 15.
It's 2 points on the board, and that's all that matters. 44-42 Decorah. 2:38 to play here in the third quarter. Tanger right side to Smith. Left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer on the drive. Jump pass to Smith. Top of the key. Right baseline to Tangy. Tangy backs it out to the right wing. Back between the circles to Smith. Smith. Left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer dribbles to the free throw line. Leaves it right side to Smith. Three-pointer is up. Front rim, side rim. No good. Rebound to Rentschler, and he'll put it up for 2 to tie the game once again.
Doggone it. There it is again, Darren.
Rentschler with 5 points on the night. We're tied at 44 with 2:07 to play here in the third quarter. Chickasaw is going a little zone here. Pierce to Johansson. Johansson to Lang at the free throw line, right side of Pierce. Pierce starts to penetrate to the free throw line, now retreats. Leaves it on the left side of Johansson, leaves it at the free throw line to Lang. Lang back to Johansson, drives in the lane, right side of Pierce. Three-pointer up, front rim no, rebound down to Leaps, pulls up from 10, and got it to go. Front rim, and it dropped to the bottom of the well.
A little bit of medicine back at you there. We got a rebound put back.
Leaps with 6, 46-44 Decorah. 90 seconds to play in the third. Top of the key with it is Tangy. Tangy left side to Schweitzer to Rentschler at the left block. Top of the key to Tangy. Three-pointer up. It dances out. No good. Rebound being fought for. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be touched out simultaneously. Alternating possession will go to Decorah. 1:20 to play here in the third quarter. It's 46-44 Decorah.
Right now, New Hampton is only 3 of 15 on three-point attempts, Darren.
Halftime of the girls' game, New Hampton up 21-18 on Decorah. 46-44, the boys lead here with 1:13 to play here in the third. Johansson with the basketball, midcourt area. He'll drive it to the lane. He'll stop at the left block. He'll go up, got his shot blocked, and a foul is called as Kriener got him across the arm. Kriener or Rentschler, take your pick. They're going to give it to Rentschler. That's his third. Team foul number 5. So Holt Johansson will go to the free throw line. 2 for 2 from said spot. He's a 65% free throw shooter. Holt's first free throw up and good. 3-point lead for Decorah. With 1:07 to play here in the third quarter.
I'd take Lang out, I think, with a minute left here in the third and keep him from getting that fourth foul, you know what I'm saying?
Lang and Hartman each with 3 fouls. Hartman currently on the bench for Decorah after having a very good scoring second quarter. Rebound or missed free throw. Leafs had the rebound, lost it. It's taken by Tangy, and Tangy pushes up into the front court with a minute left here in the third quarter. Smith, top of the key, died to get it to Kriener, and it's over his head and out of bounds.
That's only the 4th turnover. Their first turnover in the second half, Darren.
52 seconds to play in the third. Nimrod with it across the timeline. Decorah with the ball up 3. 45 seconds left here in the third. Nimrod left side. Nimrod, top of the key to Leafs. Leafs going to take a 3-pointer. It's no good. Rebound down to Rentschler for New Hampton. Now to Schweitzer up into the front court. Bounce pass underneath. Intercepted by Colin Nimrod. Nimrod falls to the floor. He's going to get a timeout. Coach Carlson will get the timeout as Nimrod was covering the ball, had possession, and got the attention of the outside official to take his third timeout of the night. 29.2 to play in the third. 47-44. Decorah leads it. Let's take a break for A&J Petersburg Agency Insurance and Real Estate. 47-44, Decorah leads as we have 29 seconds to play in the third quarter. Decorah will have possession far sideline at three-quarter court, as they will try to hold the lead as we go to the fourth quarter.
And right now, New Hampton's a little bit on the back of their feet, on their heels, because they weren't expecting this, first of all. And number two, Decorah right now is really hustling.
Up into the front court will come Khaled Nimrod. To the front court to our right. On the left wing to Holt Johansson. Left baseline to String. He lost control of it. It's taken away by Schweitzer, and String will foul him. Drake will pick up his third. That'll be the 7th on the team. So free throws coming for New Hampton with 16.8 to play here in the third quarter.
That was the last thing we wanted to see happen. But again, String was trying to do something. He kind of caught the ball and was moving before he got himself established.
Schweitzer is an 84% free throw shooter. He hasn't been to the line yet tonight. He has 4 points. 1 and 1 coming. 16.8 to play in the third. 47-44 New Hampton. Schweitzer's first free throw is up and good.
I would assume, is this the coach's son?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for asking, because we all know what assuming does.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I wonder what Ruth is doing. I wonder if her blood pressure is down where it belongs.
Well, this game might rise. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Rentschler for New Hampton. Left side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer driving left baseline, 13 seconds. He'll kick it out to Tanguy right side. Tanguy's lob over on the left side to McDonald. Back right side to Schweitzer. 3 up and good. Schweitzer hits the three-pointer. Inbounds it comes to Nimrod. Three-quarter court shot at the buzzer. Hits the backboard off the right side. We go to the fourth quarter. New Hampton with a 5-point run to end the frame. Decorah outscored them 15-12 in that quarter, but the Chickasaws lead it 48-47 as we go to the fourth. And let's hear from Plan One Financial, Greg and Marty Wise. Welcome back to Decorah, everybody. Darren and Larry. Northeast Iowa Conference basketball. It's been fun. It's been entertaining. It's been pretty well played. New Hampton leads at 48-47 as we go to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just a little bit of a letdown right there. That was too bad. And it started with a little bit of a turnover, and of course New Hampton took advantage of it, full tilt. And now they have the ball to begin the fourth quarter, Darren, which is, they could be a whammy for us here.
Greener, Tanguy, Schweitzer, McDonald, and Rentschler for New Hampton. Here is Schweitzer underneath the Greener at the left block, puts it up for 2. Greener with 12, 50-47. New Hampton with an 8-point run, 7:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Pierce dribbles to the free throw line, now stops, dumps it along the baseline towards Lang. Ball deflected away, taken away by Tanguy. Tanguy up the right side of the floor. Tanguy lob pass to McDonald underneath the Rentschler at the right block, put it up, no good. Loose ball taken by Rentschler at the left block. Left wing to McDonald. McDonald on the drive of the lane, leaves it to Schweitzer right corner. Schweitzer drives all the way in, shot block, foul call. Hartman will get the whistle. Another putback opportunity. Hasn't been a ton of them here in the second half, but Chickasaws know how to hit that offensive glass. Hartman has his 4th foul here at the 7:23 mark as the free throw is no good by Schweitzer.
Well, what has to happen right now is Decorah is going to have to get a good possession here.
30-second timeout asked for by Chad Schweitzer. 7:23 left, 50-47. Chickasaw is currently on an 8-point run after Decorah took a 5-point lead late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Schweitzer will have another free throw when we return to live action, Larry.
Yeah, sorry, Darren, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Decorah's had 2 possessions here that have ended in turnovers for us, and New Hampton has really taken advantage of it. We got to put an end to this bleeding.
Schweitzer will have another free throw. He has 8 points. He's 1 of 3 at the free throw line. New Hampton leading 50-47, trying to stay unbeaten. In 15 hours from now, they'll be playing at Cedar Rapids, Washington. Second free throw for Schweitzer, no good. Rebound, James Lang. So Schweitzer, an 84% free throw shooter, has missed as many free throws tonight as he has all season.
Dad iced him.
Left corner with it is Pierce. Pierce underneath to Johansson at the right block. Leaves it to Skring, right wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Goes up, shot blocked by Rentschler. Pulled down by Kriener. Leaves it to Rentschler. Rentschler now to Schweitzer, who will dribble it up into the front court. Schweitzer with the basketball on the left side of McDonald. Left corner to Rentschler. Back to McDonald on the left wing. McDonald on the drive. Kicks it along the baseline. Deflected pass goes to Rentschler, left corner. Now to Schweitzer between the circles. Now to McDonald, right side. Three-pointer up. It's no good. Lane got the rebound. Lost it. Got it back. Passes it to Pierce. Leaves it to Kane, and that ball will go out of bounds. Pass was a little behind Kyle that time. Kyle almost came right into our laps. 6:30 to play here in the fourth, 50-47 New Hampton.
I had you there, Darren. And again,
right.
Good hustle.
Schweitzer on the right side of Kyle Smith. Smith skips it over to Tengi left side. And now New Hampton's going to go into a little bit of a stall game trying to get Decorah out of this 1-3-1. Smith on the left side. Left baseline to Rentschler. Rentschler back to Smith, back to Rentschler in the left corner. Back to Smith on the left wing. Back between the circles to Tanguy. Now Decorah will man up. They'll leave it to Schweitzer between the circles. Schweitzer with the basketball. Stop and go dribble to the right baseline. Leaves it to Tanguy right side. Now he'll retreat to the midcourt area. He's guarded there by Pierce. Tanguy drives by Pierce. Kicks along the baseline to Rentschler, and he traveled with it. 5:39 left, 50-47 New Hampton. Decorah gets it back.
Well, Rentschler just doesn't seem to want to be much of an offensive threat, Darren.
Most of his points have come via putback situations tonight. Turning around a lane screen to the right side. Left side to Kyle Kane. Kane takes a couple of dribbles. Tries the hand pass to Pierce. It's not there. Goes left side to Johansson instead. Johansson to the free throw line. Takes the jumper. It's an air ball. It's a loose ball taken by Rentschler for New Hampton. Outlet left to Kyle Smith. Vikes have yet to score here in the fourth quarter. They've gone about 4 minutes without scoring as Smith drives into the lane. He was bumped and fouled. Smith lobbying for the bucket to go, but that one wouldn't have even been allowed in the NBA. As Kane picks up his third and the team's ninth.
Yeah, he was still in Protovan when he tried to shoot that.
Lawler, I think. More direct row.
Okay. I didn't know if the road was open or not.
Well, who knows.
But anyway, Darren, I tell you what, Decorah, we got to get somebody here to light her up again, get this thing going, get the crowd in a game.
Smith, free throw up and good. He's into double figures with 10. He is 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He's a 92%er.
Game is hanging. We just got to get something done here.
51-47. Second free throw up and good. And the Chickasaws up by their biggest margin of the night, 52-47. They're in the midst of a 10-0 run. Scoring up in the front court for Decorah. His pass goes towards Tanguy, who saves the ball and bounds right in front of us and saves it into Skring. Drake drives to the free throw line, and he was hammered as he got his man up in the air, and Drake's a little limping afterwards. As the foul, I believe, will go against Rentschler. We'll wait for the report here. Rentschler will pick up his fourth personal foul here with 4:56 left. Vikes yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Pierce tried to get it in bounds, and it's deflected out of bounds by Tanguy. Pierce will try to get it in bounds again, baseline right. Pierce into the right corner, in Holt Johansson. Johansson, top of the key to Bryce Pierce. Pierce driving left to the lane. Drives all the way to the black, goes up, shot blocked, and out of bounds on the big swatteroo by Kyle Smith.
Swatteroo, I like it. I like that. We got to score here, Darren. We just absolutely have to find a way to score.
4:48 left, 52-47. Pierce baseline left, lobs it into Leaps left of the lane. Leaps drives all the way to the block, put up the shot, no good. Smith got the rebound for New Hampton. Decorah yet to score here in the fourth quarter. Smith has it left side. Decorah drops back into the zone, and now New Hampton going to waste some time. 4:30 left. Smith Right side to Schweitzer. Schweitzer skips it over to Smith, left side. Kyle shot fake on the 3, steps up to an 18-footer. It's off the front rim. The rebound to Drake Schuring for Decorah. Schuring ahead to Johansson. Johansson driving in, put it up off the glass. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kriener for New Hampton. Decorah again scoreless here in the fourth quarter. 52-47 New Hampton. Chickasaw ball shooting to our left. Schweitzer between the circles. Guarded by Schuring. Drives in the lane. Leaves it now to Smith. Smith, left side. Back between the circles to Tangy. Tangy. Keep it on the right side to Schweitzer. Is New Hampton going to play the stall game here with 3:43
Got to come on and get him again.
Schweitzer near the timeline. Skips it over on the left side. His pass towards Rentschler deflected out of bounds at the New Hampton bench by Johansson. 3:36 left, and the Vikes will go back man here, trailing by 5. They've been outscored only 4-0 here in this quarter.
Huge 4 points, though, Darren.
Inbounds it comes to Kriener, right block, puts it up off the glass and in. Kriener with 14, 54-47, a 7-point lead for New Hampton with 3:28 left. On the right wing with it is Leafs. Top of the key to Nimrod. Callan will stop. Leaves it on the right side to Leafs. Leafs driving right baseline, now stops. Leaves it now to Nimrod on the right wing. Callan will stop. Holding and looking. Back to Leafs, deep on the right side. Back to Callan to reset the offense with 3:08 left.
Give New Hampton a lot of credit here. They're playing tremendous defense.
Schuring left wing three-pointer. It's long. Rebound down to Schweitzer. He is fouled by Johansson in the battle for the board. Johansson picks up his third and the team's 10th. Double bonus coming for New Hampton with 3 minutes left in the game. The intensity, and that's the thing with the new gym, us broadcasting courtside, there was an intensity this fourth quarter defensively for New Hampton that wasn't there the first 3.
That's right, and another thing, of course, that helped them is they had a little momentum at the end of that third quarter, came back from being down, got up at the end, and then they just carried right on into the fourth quarter, Darren.
Schweitzer misses the first free throw and makes the second free throw. It's an 8-point lead for New Hampton. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. 55-47, New Hampton with the lead. On the right side with it is Johansson. Johansson drive to the right baseline. Put it up and in. And at the 2:48 mark of the quarter, Decorah gets their first bucket of the second quarter, or of the fourth quarter. New Hampton leads by 6, 55-49 with 2:39 left. Tangy. Keep it on the right side. Stop and go dribble to the right baseline. Tangy back to Smith between the circles. And Smith is fouled by Colin Nimrod. Colin will pick up personal foul number 1. Smith will go to the free throw line. He's a 92% free throw shooter. He's perfect on the night. He has 11 points. He's 3 for 3 from said spot.
Say that again. Maybe you'll jinx him.
He's perfect on the night. And the first free throw up and good.
We didn't say it loud enough.
He's perfect on the night.
Perfect. Maybe if I say it as well. Well, I'll tell you what, gosh darn it, we had this game right where we wanted it, and we just kind of let it slip out a little here.
Second free throw up and good for Smith. He's got 13, 57-49, New Hampton.
Remind me not to foul him again if I were a coach.
Johansson with it on the right side. Johansson steps up to a 17-footer. It's up and good. And a timeout asked for by JC. 57-51, 2:13 left in the ball game. Let's take a break for Rockweiler Appliance and TV. 2:13 left. New Hampton 57, Decorah 51. Timeout situation, Decorah with 1 left, New Hampton with 3. Decorah has put New Hampton in the double bonus. New Hampton has committed 6 fouls. Decorah has the possession arrow. That is how we reset it. 57-51. New Hampton up 6. We have 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining.
Well, I tell you what, Darren, it's hard to believe, it's almost impossible to believe that New Hampton has been able to establish this much of a lead by not scoring very many points. But Decorah just hasn't scored much.
New Hampton with only 9 points here in the quarter. Inbounds it comes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer leaves it to Tangy, being pecked onto the backcourt, leaves it now to Smith. Smith will dribble it across the timeline. Smith will attack the rim, drives all the way in, put it up and in, and a foul is called.
Well, you can't let him do that. I mean, if you're going to foul him.
Lang will pick up his fourth with 2:01 left.
If there's any way to do this, Darren, we cannot let him have the ball. We got to deny him the ball, foul the guy that gets the ball.
But knowing he's a 92%er, they're probably going to get him the ball, and that's probably easier said than done. As Smith misses a free throw. Rebound down to Joe Hansen for Decorah. 2 minutes left, 59-51, New Hampton.
It took a while because it's cold out.
Right side with it is Schering. Schering on the right wing against Rentschler. Great drives to the basket, put it up, no good, and a foul is called on New Hampton.
There's the key. We just kind of went away from that, going to the basket. We had too many costly turnovers on the perimeter.
Smith the foul, his first, and the team's seventh, so a couple coming for Drake Schering. First appearance at the line tonight. He's a 66% free throw shooter, and the first free throw is up and good. 59-52, New Hampton. Up by 7 with 1:48 to play.
Still there, Darren. Get this one, it'll be a 2-possession ball game.
Second free throw up and good. Drake with 13. That's his first points of the second half. 59-53. New Hampton will jog it up.
Put a little pressure on him here, guys.
100 seconds to play. Tangy with the basketball, midcourt area. Tangy guarded by Colin Nimrod. Drives all the way in. Kicks it to...
Got a foul here, guys.
In the midcourt area. Now to Schweitzer. Schweitzer kicks it back to Smith. Almost got the steal against Schering. Smith, midcourt area. Back in the midcourt area to Schweitzer. Schweitzer now to Drake Schering. Schering guards Tangy. Schering doesn't want to commit that foul because he's got 4. Leaps with the basketball. Right side to Schweitzer, and a foul is going to be called as Schweitzer knocks over Schering, but Schering didn't get there in time. That's actually going to be the 4th on Schering. And a couple of free throws coming for Schweitzer. JC not happy about that last goal. 1:07 left, 59-53. Decorah trailing by 6, and Schweitzer misses his first free throw.
Boy, Schweitzer's kind of choked up a little here. Got to get the rebound, boys, if he's going to miss another one like that.
And Lang will come in to get Hartman. 1:07 left. Decorah with 1 timeout remaining. 59-53. New Hampton leads by 6. They've outscored Decorah 12-6 here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw up and good. Schweitzer with 10 on the night. 60-53. Joe Hansen dribbles up into the front court. On the left side, Leaps. Leaps on the left wing with a minute to play.
Gotta shoot, guys. Come on, come on.
Lang to Colin Nimrod. Right side of Schering. Schering backs out to a three-pointer. Left it short. Lang will try to get the rebound, try to save it in bounds. Does so to Rentschler, and a foul is going to be called. Schweitzer fouled by Leaps. Schweitzer, based on tonight, probably the guy to foul. He is 3 for 8 from the line, but on the season, he's an 84%. 44.5 left, 60-53 New Hampton. Free throw up and good. 61-53 Chickasaws.
Just couldn't come up with a big shot, Darren, when we needed it, you know.
Second free throw up and good for Schweitzer. But also at the same time, there's a reason New Hampton's 13-0.
You think?
They kind of took this game when it was there for the taking. Schering, right corner to Pierce. Pierce around a screen to the right wing, takes a three-pointer. It is around the rim, no good. Rentschler got the rebound, or Schweitzer got the rebound quickly out of Smith. Smith now to Tangy. Tangy will lay it up for 2. Tangy with 11 points on the night, 64-53 with 20 seconds to go. Schering, top of the key to Leaps. Three-pointer up, dances around the rim, no good. Lang got the rebound, put it up, no good from point-blank range. Rebound to Kriener, knocked out of bounds by Pierce with 11.6 to play. 64-53 the score. Inbounds it comes to Schweitzer. Schweitzer had it knocked away, taken by Smith. Smith will dribble up into the front court, and that's going to be that. New Hampton had to earn this, baby. but that's exactly what they did. They outscored Decorah 16-6 in the fourth quarter, and they improved to 14-0 and 7-0 in conference play with a 64-53 win over Decorah tonight. Let's take our final break for Vic's Heating and Plumbing and for Burning Rock Products.